the things that you as a credit union would want to be on the lookout for are all the different things on the screen here. I'm not a big fan of reading off slides, and I thought it would be way more powerful if I just showed everybody how simple the dark web is in committing criminal activity. So I have some screenshots that I wanted to share with you on several of these different scenarios of how criminals would go onto the dark web and abuse, not abuse the dark web, but get access to people's information. So let me get to the next slide. Hacking services. So if from a credit union's perspective, if I have members that don't have two-factor authentication or multi-factor authentication enabled on some of my members' accounts, I should be encouraging them to do that because bad guys can easily go onto the dark web and then request that somebody hack into their personal email. If I get onto their personal email, then I can reset my bank account password if it's attached to it. Can also try to get access to their telephone provider, their cell provider, so that I can try to do some SIM swapping as well. And then even potentially bypass 2FA for your bank account. Regardless, if you're going to the dark web to carry out this type of activity, you've probably done some reconnaissance ahead of time. You've went on LinkedIn and you searched for people have a title of director or VP or president or any of the three letters C-suite acronyms out there to try to find people that have potentially have large bank accounts, right? And then you're going to try to also find personal information about them that's out there on the surface web. Maybe it's personal email addresses or social media accounts. Regardless, once you have a little bit of personal information and a target in mind, you're going to go to a website like this. And I loved just how easy and simple the criminals have made it. 4 easy steps. They're just trying to make it easy for those low-level criminals to do this type of work. So it's as simple as selecting a service, giving them a little bit of information, paying, and then you get the results. So let's say you found somebody that you want to target and they have a Gmail account. So for $35, it might be a little small on the screen. For $35, you will have somebody trying to hack into their Gmail account. They have even service level agreements that they say, or try to at least set the expectation, between 1 and 7 hours is typically how long hacking into somebody's account will take. After you pick the service, you're just going to give them the target information, and you need to give them an email so that the hacker can respond to you and provide the information of how to get into their email account. So they made it very simple here. Payment on the dark web, most services out there or vendors or shops out there offer some sort of escrow service. I didn't look at this one, whether that did or not, but just to help protect both the buyer and the seller, these escrow services are in place to facilitate different transactions. So very easy overall to use and to find. This once you connect it to the dark web, you could probably find these within 5 or 10 minutes if you wanted to.